This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
They work their way out of turn number 4. Green flag goes in the air. We are underway.
Great start by Max Gresham. He absolutely... Oh, we got a trouble on the start. Somebody is not up to speed. Car's going everywhere to get around him.
That is the 15, slow on the racetrack. Looks like Matt DiBenedetto didn't get through the gears.
Blocking the advances of Max Gresham.
Take another look at this the start, Phil.
Watch the 15. You would typically restart this race or start this race in the second gear. Ben Kennedy in the 96 does a terrific job. And finally, it looks like now Matt is back up to speed.
That 45 as he goes through 3 and 4 and back to the front stretch.
Ooh, the 62 car is loose up off of 2 and makes contact with the outside wall. Andrew Smith's problems continue. There's a damage to that 62 car.
A lot of damage to the front of that race car, as you mentioned. Coming off of 2, he tried to correct it, it looked like. Take another look.
There he got sideways and almost saved it, but then it went back the other way and made hard contact into the outside wall, and that's after the safer barrier, so that was nothing but concrete there. So both his wins came in the state of Virginia.
That's right. But trying to make it a 3rd win on his career as we see Gresham now moving up into the 16th spot ahead of DJ Shaw.
Remember, we talked about him coming into the pits, this most recent caution flag, trying to work his way back towards the top 10.
Gresham, after starting on the pole, missed pit road and the first opportunity, and so that is why he has been relegated to the back of this field.
It's DJ Shaw in that 37 car. His dad, Dale, was voted as one of the top 10 drivers in the history of this series.
The 6th of Darrell Wallace Jr. Looks like he's going to get some assistance from some guys on the racetrack. You see him right there as they pull into the infield and the garage area. So that will be the end of the day for the 6th of Darrell Wallace Jr. Caution comes out once again on the racetrack. Corey LaJoie is your leader in Loudon. Off at the end of this race.
They sure are. You see Brett Moffitt right now. He's struggling with his car. It's really, really loose.
Reading spot, but not able to close the gap as the white flag flies one more time around. That 18 of Max Gresham.
It looks like the 00 of Brett Moffitt's smoking a little bit now.
Moffitt has a little bit of smoke coming out of that 00. Can he make it all the way around one more time? Sliding right up against the wall out of turn number 2. Gresham has already won this year. Earlier, he went to victory lane in Gresham. Now he gets his 2nd win of the 2011 season. Gresham wins in Loudon.
Great effort by Max Gresham, that entire Joe Gibbs team.
What a dominant performance they were able to put on today.
If you can talk about a perfect weekend, other than that little miscue, a perfect weekend for that team.
It looks like problems for the 66. Benny Gordon slowing on the racetrack and the sparks continuing to come out. Must have a problem maybe with the right front. Derek, what's going on with the 66 team?
Tough break for Benny Gordon out there. You can see the right front sparks coming out from the corner of that car. He's got 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s this year. This is the same car that he finished 5th with in the July race, but looks like he's having trouble out there right now.
Yeah, it looks like that tire's coming apart, so there's going to be some debris on the racetrack.
Gotta believe that's going to bring a caution out here.
Out front have stayed out with the possibility of rain. We see Candace Musney now coming off the racetrack in the 92. She's got smoke coming out the right side. Looks like a tire issue for her.
We'll see if that's going to bring out the caution flag. She stayed well off the racing groove. I did not see any debris from that right front tire.
As he gets a little loose there, looking to the inside of that 00 or the 07.
Max had a great run through the center of the corner, wasn't able to keep the power down. You saw him get a little bit sideways up off the corner. That took his momentum away. Staying in front of the 16 of Daniel Suarez.
Corey LaJoie tied his career best finish earlier this year, Bowman Gray, where he finished 2nd. He was 2nd at Dover back in 2010 as well.
Corey's celebrating a birthday this weekend, so happy birthday, Corey.
6 for Max Gresham. Corey LaJoie drops back into the 7th spot. Daniel Suarez in the 16 running 8th.
Well, this group right here has been together the entire race, it seems like. Nice job by Max. Maybe Max's car is coming on right now, or his crew chief said it's time to turn it on. Anyway,
Scott Booley hard into the inside barrier.
That's coming off turn 2.
That brings out our 2nd caution. So Booley getting into the inside barrier here on lap 70, a very hard hit.
Now the big decision is going to be for these crew chiefs. As we watch a replay here, you see him lose control off of turn number 2. Pretty significant contact there, the inside Armco.
Yeah, really, and not only did he damage the race car, you see the damage to the race car, but he damaged that wall as well when he hit it.
Ben Kennedy on the outside, he's going to be the one that's up front.
We'll take over the lead if we do get a caution that comes out, or if we continue to run green flag laps. The leaders out front of Alex Bowman will have to come in before him, so he really is in a good situation right now if we don't get rain.
Yeah, we feel like he can probably go to the distance. He pitted around lap 33, 34, whatever that was. So these guys say they can probably get there from there. So right now he's in a great position if the weather holds off.
Alex Bowman making his way by Robert Johnson now. Takes that spot away. Continues to pick away at the top 15.
And Alex did make 3 pit stops. He came in, got right side tires, left side tires, and fuel. So he got all the tires he's allowed to use, and he was full of fuel on that caution flag. So I think he's good to go if this goes the distance.
And that is the rule in the NASCAR K&N Pro Series East. You cannot change tires and add fuel under the same pit stop. So that was the reason for the 3 pit stops. Let's go back down to Derek. What's going on with Chase Elliott?
Well, right now you're looking at the number 9 of Chase Elliott, who's got 3 top 5s and 6 top 10s this year. During that hiatus mid-season, he went and did some super late model racing. As a matter of fact, he won the Dixie 100 in Michigan with the CRA Super Series. He also picked up a win at New Hampshire and finished 2nd in the Alabama 200.
So it wasn't really a break for Chase Elliott, I don't think.
Not much of a break, but racing all over the country. Talked about racing in Alabama and racing in Michigan as well as New Hampshire.
Trying to get by Corey Williams now in the 88 as we've completed 54 laps on lap 55.
Getting close to halfway anyway. I know all the crew chiefs, everybody here is going to be really happy to get to that half.
Out with the possibility of rain. We see Candace Musney now coming off the racetrack in the 92. She's got smoke coming out the right side. Looks like a tire issue for her.
We'll see if that's going to bring out the caution flag. She stayed well off the racing groove. I did not see any debris from that right front tire.
Takes the access road through 3 and 4, so definitely not in the racing groove as we watch Corey LaJoie and Max Gresham continue to battle for position. Again, Gresham trying to close in as he gets a little loose there, looking to the inside of that the 07.
Max had a great run through the center of the corner, wasn't able to keep the power down. You saw him get a little bit sideways up off the corner. That took his momentum away. Staying in front of the 16 of Daniel Suarez.
Corey LaJoie tied his career best finish earlier this year, Bowman Gray, where he finished 2nd. He was 2nd at Dover back in 2010 as well.
Corey's celebrating a birthday this weekend, so happy birthday, Corey.
We'll see if he gets a good gift. Hopefully a top 10, top 5 finish for Corey LaJoie.
It's our point leader, Max Gresham, right behind Corey. There's Scott Booley, the 26 car.
Smoke coming out from underneath that 26 as we saw the 2 cars of Corey LaJoie and Max Gresham get by. Darrell Wallace Jr., after starting on the pole, he's dropped back just a bit. Battle for the 4th spot. DiBenedetto able to stay in front of that 71 of Eddie McDonald.
It's Julian Eberhazen in the 21 car. First time we've seen him today.
Again, LaJoie and Gresham staying nose to tail. Gresham racing for a championship. Coming up on that 21, as you just mentioned, Julian Eberhazen, and the 12 of John Salemi.
It's the first start in the 12 for John Salemi. We normally see John driving the 63 car, but good opportunity, and he's going to get a bit in the middle here, going to be split.
Gresham trying to use the 12 of Salemi to get by that 07 of Corey LaJoie. Gets to the inside all the way up to the driver's door, but not able to complete the pass. But you see Corey LaJoie was stuck behind that 21 of Julian Eberhazen. And again, Gresham looks to the inside hard into turn number 3. Side by side they go for position.
Does a nice job of holding that car down. See if he can get the power down. You see him get sideways again, and he loses just that momentum. That may allow Suarez to get by him on the inside.
Daniel Suarez taking advantage of a sliding number 18 of Max Gresham, and Suarez takes the spot away.
Well, that's being in the right place at the right time and really jumping on an opportunity. Nice job by Suarez.
So Gresham, after battling with Corey LaJoie for position, drops a spot as Daniel Suarez has been able to get by.
And that's so frustrating as a driver, too, for Max Gresham. Working, trying to get that spot and end up losing one.
Brett Moffitt still holds on to the lead here at New Hampshire. Welcome back. Moffitt, Pena, Wallace Jr., DiBenedetto, and McDonald, your top 5 in the New Hampshire 125. Closing in on the halfway point of this race, you see Chase Elliott working to the outside of the 59 of Alex Bowman.
Remember, Alex is one of the guys that made pit stops under that first caution flag. He's good to go if this race goes the distance. Trying to get his way back up into the top 10, though, even before these guys have to make a pit stop.
Chase Elliott right in between Corey Williams in the 88, Alex Bowman in the 59. Elliott's been the one who's run that higher line pretty much all day long, keeping the momentum up. Gets a good run on Corey Williams as they come out of turn 4.
Thought he was going to be able to make a move on the bottom. Couldn't quite keep the momentum going. There's Scott Booley, the 26 car.
On these shots, these higher cameras, we're starting to see a little precipitation on the lens. And we've heard from Derek that there is a little bit of light mist or rain coming down right now. So we've passed the halfway point. Guys like Brett Moffitt are probably saying, okay, it's raining. Let everyone know it's raining out here.
There's a good battle continues for 9th between Brandon McReynolds, Brandon Godovic. I think now, too, the crew chiefs are getting a little bit anxious. They know they're about 30 laps away from having to make a green flag pit stop, and they certainly don't want to do that.
Godovic goes to the outside, trying to get by Brandon McReynolds. Brandon Godovic racing into turn number 3, has the advantage, but the high line. Now McReynolds drops back and loses a spot to Brandon Godovic.
As they come up to lap Brandon's father, Rick Godovic, in a 64 car.
On lap 65 of 125 now, Brandon Godovic in front of Brandon McReynolds.
Yeah, Chase has done a nice job using that outside groove, using all the momentum he can get from that outside.
Chase Elliott, Corey Williams, and Alex Bowman. Now Bowman looks to the inside of Williams, trying to take that spot away.
Remember, Alex has a little bit fresher tires on, about 30 laps right now, fresher tires than does Corey Williams.
And uses it to take the 12th spot away from Corey Williams. Alex trying to break into the top 10, even after having stopped earlier in this race. There's Corey LaJoie in front of Max Gresham. 6th and 7th on the screen. Gresham trying to get into the top 5 again, chasing after Brett Moffitt, who's had a dominant race car since the drop of the green flag. He was able to get by Darrell Wallace Jr. and has checked out on the rest of the field.
You know, I mentioned earlier that Corey LaJoie had a Ford. That's actually a Dodge, obviously a Dodge. Want to apologize for that. Max Gresham is not going to apologize for taking that spot back from Corey LaJoie.
No, he won't. He takes the position. That's 6 for Max Gresham. Corey LaJoie drops back into the 7th spot. Daniel Suarez in the 16, running 8.
Well, this group right here has been together the entire race, it seems like. Nice job by Max. Maybe Max's car is coming on right now, or crew chief said it's time to turn it on. Anyway,
Scott Booley hard into the inside barrier.
That's coming off turn 2.
That brings out our second caution. So Booley getting into the inside barrier here on lap 70, a very hard hit.
Now the big decision is going to be for these crew chiefs. As we watch a replay here, you see him lose control off of turn number 2. Pretty significant contact there, the inside Armco.
Yeah, really, and not only did he damage the race car, you see the damage to the race car, but he damaged that wall as well when he hit it. So that may take a little extra time to work on that also.
Yeah, the officials will go out there and look at that wall to see if it needs any repair. But right now, there are some sprinkles right now, so the crew chief's going to say, oh, we're going to come in now, or we're going to roll the dice and stay out.
Oh, that is the gamble that everyone is thinking right now. Brett Moffitt still out front.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, continuing the tradition of excellence.